Okay, your next act, she's going to be passing off some knowledge. You're going to learn some stuff from a generation. Please give it up for Leslie Hetherington!
Hi, so how are you all doing? So I work in healthcare, and the way we run it in Canada drives me crazy because we're too polite. Our hospitals constantly need blood to put people back together. But do we ask? No, we say, blood, it's in you to give. That's not a question or an ask for giving up my precious blood. That's kind of like Yoda speak. So if I want a beer, I'm going to say, in your fridge to give beer is. Yes. And forget asking. Soon we'll just take it. You want to renew your driver's license, sir? Put out your arm. And if you pass out, we'll give you a double-double. Because we're nice Canadians. But what's really heartbreaking is all the unwanted estrogen floating around. That's right, estrogen, you know that female hormone? Well, it's linked to breast cancer. So we've got a glut of women taking meds to get rid of extra estrogen. At the same time, we've got many biological males spending a fortune on drugs like estrogen to become women. So, like giving blood, why don't we hook the two up and put the trans into transfusion? And that would save us all money. Of course, Canada does get aggressive when it comes to money. If you die without a will, they take your money and waste it. But they won't take your wasted corpse for love or money unless you sign a ton of documents, often with that blood you've saved, long before you know you're a goner. Now, I'm also wondering these days, what is it with all the badass dog owners in Liberty Village? You know, the ones who treat their dog like a fashion statement. Okay, it's not all of them, and I'm sure it's no one in this room. But the thing is, these owners think walking the dog means dragging a broken shopping cart with shit falling out while they FaceTime. And they wear their pup for the perfect Tinder shot because they think it makes them look less slimy than the fish shot. Okay, people. Whether you're a dog owner or Rihanna, an accessory is not a living thing. So kill the leopard first before you wear it. And what is it with all the owners dropping the poop bags right beside the garbage? Are their hands slimy too? That's kind of like dropping the condom on the way to bed. Not useful, and a slippery slope. Speaking of slippery, these days you get a full workout playing hopscotch to dodge all the poop on our sidewalks. Enough. We're gonna fix all this and we're gonna send these owners to training school. And if they resist, it's off to the pound where they will be forced to watch Bluey episodes on repeat. You know Bluey, that cul-de-sac menace? Yeah. And we're also going to fix the wannabe puppy grandparents who are desperate to see their dog get lucky. Like I saw this guy the other day at the park with his in-heat female, and he's going, "Here, Roxy, see the alpha males over there checking you out? Go for it, girl." Well, the poor girl, how humiliating she must feel. At least set her up with a room and staff instead of treating her like a, common handmaiden. I bet Roxy has her own room and staff. You know, Rania's dog, Roxy. Yeah, she's well taken care of. Okay, we have to fix this. With these owners, we're gonna start with puppy love etiquette, where they'll learn how to shake a paw when they meet for water, and no humping till the third date. We'll also teach them how to heel while walking and build endurance for those FaceTime marathons, and how to howl high enough that they shatter phone screens when they want attention. Then we'll practice fetch the poop bag and give it to the garbage. And we'll blindfold all the owners and make them crawl around on the ground to sniff out any poop bags that have gone astray. And if a paw or elbow accidentally lands on and bursts a poop bag, well, shit happens. Now, speaking of being in deep shit, when I was growing up, safe sex meant don't get pregnant. And sex ed in school was all about plumbing facts designed to make you super paranoid. Because, yeah, there was no internet in those days to fact check. Of course, I could have asked the guy in the trench coat, you know the one, hey little girl, want some candy? But I figures his techniques would be out of date. So I thought every sperm was an Olympic athlete on steroids. They didn't tell us most of them were like chill slugs who were stumbling around like they'd had a few beers and couldn't care less about getting to the finish line. Nope. I thought every dude was filled with sperm that could jump like grasshoppers. So I thought, if I'm making out and some clothes come off, I'm just one shot away from a bun in the oven. Now, I should also mention, doctors who are around my age, they got the same sex ed. So let that sink in when you have your next pap test. And I thought that every sperm was like a marathon swimmer with amazing endurance. Well, why else do they call them semen? So one day when I was 14, my mother said, Leslie, use your father's bath water for your bath. Which is, yeah, it's pretty gross anyways. And you don't know what's gone on beforehand, but I was a good kid, so whatever. Then my period was late. And I thought, oh no, it's aquatic conception. And I thought, if I'm pregnant, will my father be charged with statutory rape and incest? No, I'm just joking. It was the 70s. He would have been fine. Now, it's a good ending, because eventually, yeah, he stayed out of jail, my period kicked in, and then years later, when I actually did want to get pregnant, it took one take, because you know, it's in you to give. I'm Leslie, thanks for listening.
Hey, one more time for Leslie Hetherington.